Hello and welcome to another episode of CB Podcast, where we'll sit and talk to teachers, managers, administrative staff, and learners from CB centers to share their experiences, beliefs, or ambitions with us. In this episode, my guest is Mr. Hiep. Mr. Hiep serves as the R&D manager at CB centers and has been in the ELT industry for over 11 years. He is also a certified speaking examiner for Cambridge Assessment English. Bold amongst his responsibilities are teacher training workshops, curriculum development, product innovation, and extracurricular program design. Hi, Mr. Hiep, and thank you for being here. It's such a pleasure to have you with us on this second episode of CB Podcast. How are you today?
Thank you so much. I'm doing good, and thank you for having me today.
It's a pleasure. Thank you very much. So, Mr. Hiep, you have been with CB Centers for a long time. Please tell us about the early days when you joined CB Centers. How have your job responsibilities changed or stayed the same during all these years?
Well, when I first joined CB, as you know, as a teacher, I mainly focused on academic tasks such as lesson planning and supporting classroom practices. Over time, my role has expanded into research and development, where I now focus more on teacher training, curricular design, and creating new programs and providing strategic direction. But there's one thing that has remained unchanged is my commitment to ensuring to quality education and student-centered learning at CB centers.
That's wonderful, and that's probably why you are progressing up your career ladder quite consistently. I love it. And if you had a chance to go back, would you choose the same path?
Yes, definitely. Yes, without hesitation. You know, although there have been some challenges, it's always ups and downs, But I would say working in education allows me to make a real difference in students' life, which I could see throughout my career.
Mr. Hiep, please talk about a typical day of your professional life as the R&D manager here at CB Centers.
Usually review academic programs, meet with teachers to discuss classroom challenges, and work on developing new programs such as teacher training courses, exam preparation courses, and creating new extracurricular activities for students. So in addition, I often collaborate with other departments at CB Centers to make sure that our academic vision is aligned with operational goals.
Sounds quite hectic.
Yeah.
I have to be honest. Okay, wonderful. Oftentimes, I personally see that there are some really interesting and fascinating extracurricular activities, and probably the man behind them is you. Please tell us where you get these ideas. How do you come up with the timing, the venue, and all of these activities?
That's a very interesting question. To be honest, ideas often come from three sources: the students' needs, teacher suggestion, global educational trends. So I usually design activities by aligning them with learning objectives, making sure that they are engaging and practical. Talking about the timing and the venue, I would say it really depends on center calendar and availability of resources and the type of activities. But more importantly, I think I always prioritize accessibility to make sure that every student can benefit from these activities.
I love that. I am a huge fan of inclusive practice, and when I hear this, it makes me very happy. Lovely. Mr. Hiep, you're also a certified speaking examiner. What made you apply for this role, and how do you like it?
To be honest, I applied because I wanted to deepen my understanding of assessment and to maintain international standards of teaching practices. As you know, being a speaking examiner, it allows me to see how my students perform under exam conditions and to bring these insights back into teacher training and program development at CB Centers as an R&D manager and also the speaking examiner.
How do you like it?
Well, I would say as a speaking examiner, it has given me a wonderful experience. It's completely different from a teacher,
Right.
When you are teaching the student, it's not only about transmitting knowledge, skill, but also inspiring student to become like because I want they to know that teachers value them as unique and inspire them to become lifelong learners. So yeah,
Definitely very beautiful. I totally agree with you that we as teachers are not transmitters of knowledge. We need to actually empower our students to grow more and more autonomous. Beautiful. Mr. Hipp, you have a motto that I really love, and I want you to please elaborate on that a bit for us. Your philosophy is education must stem from the heart and English be embraced as a living language. What do you mean by that?
I believe that teaching is not just about providing knowledge, like I said earlier, but it's about inspiring students and learners with empathy and sincerity. Students, they should know that they have to use it in real life situation, not just in textbooks. That's the reason why I always remind my students and my colleagues that they should consider English as a language, not just a subject at school. Because, at the end of the day, English is a beautiful language. It's a meaningful tool for communication and growth.
Absolutely, a living language. Something very interesting you said is that we need to enable our students to use English, and it reminds me of a very nice sentence that I heard just a couple of days ago in your conference, and it was that we need to make sure that our students are not only language learners, they're language users.
Exactly.
It aligns with your philosophy. Very beautiful. Thank you. Please tell us about some of the most difficult challenges you have faced during your career.
Well, let me think. The most difficult challenge for me as an R&D manager has been balancing innovation with practicality, introducing new teaching methods to teachers and making sure that they feel confident and they are ready to apply them, But there's a lot to talk about positive aspects. Like as a teacher, I want to say one thing that I'm sure that you're going to agree with me as a teacher. The most rewarding part of our job has been seeing students who once struggled with English grow into confident communicators, and knowing that because of you have contributed to their success is the greatest reward, right?
Agreed. That vicarious pleasure to see our students can now do things that they formerly could not is just beyond amazing, and I entirely agree with you. Very beautiful. Thank you so much. What's been the most rewarding experience that you have had or contribution you have made in ELT, either as a teacher or as a manager?
As an R&D manager, like I said earlier, my main task is designing curriculum and also creating new programs like extracurricular activities. So, for example, when I do training and teaching workshop with the teachers and when I see the positive feedbacks from them, and that make me proud, or with students when I doing the extracurricular activities with them and when I see them, their smiles and they showing that they're having fun, and that really makes my job meaningful. So I think that is the best part of my job.
I agree. That's amazing. Yeah. So knowing that you are the man behind all of those extracurricular activities, and when you see the pictures of the students jumping up and down and happy, I can imagine how rewarding it could be. Mr. Hipp, I also asked this question of missing in my first guest, and I would like to ask you, what keeps you motivated to carry on as a teacher and as a manager? Especially because as a teacher, I think it is easy to burn out due to a lot of factors. So what keeps you motivated to want to continue in your career?
Well, I stay motivated by focusing on the impact of education, like I said earlier. And then I also maintain balance by reading books and attending teacher training courses, and also learning from my colleagues, which help me to stay refreshed and productive.
Excellent. Yeah, I think that professional development practice, when it is done consistently, it is one of the chief reasons and contributors to help us keep burnout at bay. I love it. What's the best advice you've ever received about English language teaching?
Teach the learners, not just the subject. When you teach them, it's not only about providing knowledge and skill, it's also about inspiring them to become lifelong learners, even they are learning a language or any kind of things in life. So that is something amazing I have received about ELT.
Awesome, I love it. Something very similar to this is something I have continuously come across, and that is teach the lesson, not the plan.
Yeah.
So have a lesson plan in place, but do not teach just the plan. Teach the lesson according to what occurs in the class, according to your students' needs. I love it. I have only one more question for you. I'm sorry. How do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Wow, that's a very surprising question. Completely unexpected, to be honest. But I would say my plan for the next 5 years, I hope to continue growing as an academic leader and also expanding our programs to reach more learners and to contributing to teacher development at a larger scale, for example, I don't know. And also my vision is to build a stronger community of educators and teachers who share the same passion of English language teaching like me. So I don't know, but this is my plan and my vision if you ask.
You certainly have all the potential to materialize that. And in the end, please finish this sentence. In my opinion, a great teacher is one who...
Oh, so I have to complete the sentence? Okay, well, I would say something that I have mentioned earlier. For me, a great teacher is someone who not only imparts knowledge and skill, but also inspires students to become a lifelong learner.
Mr. Hiệp, I really enjoyed talking to you. Thank you for your time. I loved our chat, and I hope to see you again very soon. Thank you very much.
Thank you. It was interesting talking to you.
Yes, same here. And thank you. I hope you enjoyed another episode of CB Podcast. Please stay tuned for more people and interesting talks in the future. Bye-bye.